hello there, chums. I Captain Stephen XO, and yeah, I'm joined by two of my other Gek cohorts, and now today we're lucky to have Captain Romid on deck. Hello there, Captain Romid, how are you? And we've also got Trader Pawal on board. So yeah, there you go, he saluted me. Yeah, Captain salute there. Well, salute to Mondo, back to you, my little friendly chap. Here we go, let's give you a little salute. So there we are, salute there. Yeah, I know you was waiting a while. No need to do all that stretching malarkey. There you go, prolonged salute. There you are. There you are, Captain salute to Captain. Right, anyway, now we got all the pleasantries out the way. The other day I spoke to Mr. RayRod, and that was over on the Nexus Lounge. If you want to see the Nexus Lounge in full, I'll put a card up there. You can go watch the Nexus Lounge in full. It was a full 2 hours of talking to Mr. RayRod, so it's a heck of a lot more than what I've actually clipped up here. So what I've clipped up here is just the questions that I asked to RayRod, and some of the answers I got. Not all the questions, but just the ones that really tantalized. Heck yes. So all the best bits. All the best bits of me asking questions, that is. I mean, there was a lot of other questions asked by the live chat, and by PT, and guests on the show. So like I say, check out the full video if you want to hear more of the same that's in this video. So here we go, let's go on over to this panel. And XO, please do your duty and execute the Mondo with the footyage. Heck yes. Go.
So RayRod, what about like weather effects and things? Have you added anything else in there, like hailstorms? I just saw a video in the background of like falling leaves from trees, which I thought was cool. I think that's just particle effects, but very nicely done. So any weather effects or anything new?
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks. Although like there's not going to be like explosions and meteors falling from the sky. Those are scripted events, and stuff like that would require hard-coded changes to be executable, and that's a nightmare to even consider tackling. But there will be dynamic weather. I've also got 3D modeled weather going, including I have 3D modeled volumetric ground fog. It was seen in that eerie environment that was played on the video here a little bit ago. Yeah. So there's going to be dynamic weather, dynamic storms, dynamic particles, visuals, and whatever else that I manage to figure out and pull off, because I just tend to have ideas and then they end up coming to fruition. I have region-specific weather, so there can be fields that have fireflies in it.
So something that would damage you, like lava, that couldn't be done by yourself, because that needs scripting of some kind. Am I getting this right?
So lava might be possible.
Oh, okay.
It might be if it doesn't require editing the Vulkan shaders. Prior to, I think it was the update right after Visions, that's when the game started using Vulkan shaders rather than GLSL shaders. So the multiverse will eventually be compatible with Atlas Rises, and it'll be a revitalized overhaul. The 2016 Pathfinder Foundation, and every single version of it is going to have a unique style to it.
Wow.
Well, unique style.
You managed to make all the planets look different. Do they sound different? Have you added new procedural sounds in it all?
Working with audio in No Man's Sky right now is not feasible. Hello Games did something that made that no longer an option as far as I know. But in the 2016 builds, up until a certain point, that absolutely is possible. So in those versions of the multiverse, unless there is a way right now that I don't know about or haven't figured out yet.
RayRod, say like your swamp planet, for example.
Like what governs the swamp planet, like in that old video that I had?
Yeah, so how does it actually get spawned? Is it its distance to the sun? So if it was closer to the sun, it'd be a desert planet. If it's further away from the sun, is it more likely to be a swamp one? What governs generation?
Okay, no, that's a feature that would be hard-coded that we were supposed to get, that was spoken of pre-release. So it's not going to be dependent upon distance to the sun or distance to the center, although that would be really nice. I do have an idea for the second or third galaxy that you enter into to be completely different and different rule-based than the current one. But I'll get around to that when I start getting to environments. But the swamp planet, Like, and all other environments, it's just going to be whenever you land down on the planet. As far as I know right now, like, unless I figure something else out down the line. But whenever you land on a planet, it's going to be completely unique and have a unique style to it. So there'll still be an incentive to explore. And whatever occurs on that planet, whatever you encounter in an environment, is going to... it's still going to be alien, but it's not going to be immersion breaking. For example, like, you're not going to see antelopes in a 5,000 degree scorched planet, which will be possible in the mod. Like, in other words, when you land on the planet, everything's going to be unique, but everything's going to feel like it belongs, even if it is alien. Like this swamp planet that's on the video right now. You can tell that it's a swamp. It feels like a swamp. It's inspired by an old trailer. The environments are going to look far better than any of the old stuff that I've released or shown in videos. There can be probably 30 different kind of forest types intertwined on one environment, one planet.
On Cobra Stream, you talked a little of the scripted events, so like that rhino smashing down trees, which is a scripted event. Have you managed to resurrect any of those? Will we see any creatures interact with the environments better?
No, I have not resurrected any of the pre-release scripted events that occurred.
A lot of this is already in there. I mean, I know you've added a lot of your own assets in, like the glass environments, things like that, but how easy would it be for Hello Games to sort of pick up what they've got right now and get it somewhere close to this multiverse?
I think that they're the ones who designed the engine, and if they really wanted to do a lot more with it, they could. I mean, if you just look at pre-release, I swear, every single time I watch one of those pre-release videos, even though I've seen them hundreds of times, I see something I never saw the first 100 times.
I wish I had you in my pocket every time I get into an argument with somebody online about what the engine can actually physically do, because I felt the same way from day one. It's like, what we got at release is very different to what was in the videos from E3 and prior. I just don't get it. GDC 2015, where Grant Duncan was talking about everything. You sound just like a copy of Grant Duncan right now, and how he hyped this up and how everything would be different. There wouldn't be any set biomes. And then that vision just completely went out the window, and I can't understand why.
Someone that I know named Dead End Rose, he developed the photo mode for No Man's Sky. He said that one day a book will be written about it. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what he told me.
Well, I would definitely be that. In fact, with everything that went on in that studio, with Sky trying to sue them, the Super Formula, the Flood, it would make a freaking awesome movie. They could sell the rights to that. Yeah, I'd watch it.
Be so much. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to land on a planet and truly not know what to expect.
That's awesome to hear. I mean, but that's the same sort of talk we heard Sean Murray saying. There's a level of excitement with every planet he landed on. But that's kind of been exchanged for biomes. You did mention about floating objects on water as well. Would you be adding icebergs maybe on the snow or ice planets, or making them more interesting in some way?
On Atlas Rises, I created ice strips that you can walk on and destroy on top of frozen water for an ice planet. So
that's awesome.
I actually remember playing an unreleased build that had those ice cap things. They were really cool.
So that would be a liquid biome. Basically, you can have biomes above water. You can have biomes underwater. You can have biomes on beaches. You can have biomes in caves. You can have biomes on mountains. You can have biomes on just the main grass area, and including all other areas, all in one environment. So you can have all of these things going on, and if you do things right, you can have a really, really immersive environment with a lot of variety. And that's just a small aspect of it, but I'm planning to do that and a lot more and just flesh everything out. All pictures and everything released all pictures that I've shown are just testings. It doesn't resemble what the finished version of the multiverse is going to be like. It's going to be a lot better.
So, RayRod, you mentioned that you are in contact with some of the people at Hello Games. Have they actually tested your mod, and have they given you any feedback, or that it seemed excited?
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's a shame.
So there you have it, chums. RayRod is a fantastic modder in the community and a bit of a pillar in the actual modding verse. So yeah, if you want to check out RayRod's channel in its full and entirety, check the link up there. Excellent, eh? And yeah, you should be able to find details over on his YouTube channel and videos on how to join his Patreon. But if not, I'll try and find the link and I'll put it inside the video description as well. So there we go, chums. Don't say I don't spoil you. Heck yes. There are lots of other modders out there, and yeah, the modding community have shown what the potential of No Man's Sky can achieve. Now, some of my personal favourite modders is RayRod, of course, and another is Scott Gust. So I'm going to put a link to Scott Gust's channel up there as well. Be sure to check him out as well if modding is your sort of thing. I mean, I'm on console, so I can't install a mod, not currently anyway, to get No Man's Sky to look or behave any differently. But what I took away from that interview with Mr. RayRod is that a lot of this sort of stuff is in the game files already, but just isn't turned on. There's part of me that's thinking one day that might happen, but for now, you know, we don't have none of this lovely gorgeous stuff right now, but we may find it. Heck yes, it may appear at some stage. Hopefully that'll be the case. Massive great big air grab there to RayRod, and you guys out there in the verse, all of you, thank you for tuning in and watching, and yeah, see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now. Yep, I need to wave. Goodbye all. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And I want to say a massive great big thank you for watching my video, and also another thank you to all of my Patreon backers. And yes, if you want to back me over on Patreon, see the video description for links on how to do so. Check out all the tiers, there's something there for pretty much everyone. I also have YouTube membership. Thank you to all my YouTube members. Thanking you very much indeedy doody. Heck yes. There's all different tiers over on the YouTube membership as well. So if you're thinking of supporting me, please check out both before making the decision. And I also have merch. Nice and fine and dandy merch, including socks and a t-shirt or a vest or a mug. Heck yes. And I also have 3D printed Atlas passes. Again, see the video description and my own website. Yeah, another way to support my channel is just don't skip my adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue, or just hit one of these buttons on this screen. Heck yes.